stopping what can't be stopped. No killing what can't be killed.
Something out there waiting for us.
Oh yeah, welcome back. Smolov Week 2 review. He's wearing a shirt. Thank goodness. We're going to start with a demonstration of my setup on the bench. What I like to do, as you can see here, is sit behind the bar, get my hands set, and then I actually push my feet forward so that my knees are at a greater than 90 degrees, maybe more like 135 degree angle. Then you saw I did that crazy, like, I don't know, under the bar thing that I do. What that does is it gets my arch set, and it also pinches my shoulder blades together. And then when I put my upper body down on the bench, it pins those shoulder blades down there. So now when I'm bringing the bar down, I am concentrating on bringing my elbows both down and then in towards my body. It kind of feels like I'm screwing my shoulder blades into the bench. And it's one of the keys to keeping the elbows under the barbell when you're touching slightly below nipple level like I am here. This is a bunch of stuff I picked up from Mark Bell's, aka The People's Coach's videos. Check out his Super Training 06 videos on YouTube if you're interested in more tips like that. Coming up here, last rep of the day. Pause it, pretty good. Here we go. Look who's able to squat again. Alright, been doing some light speed squats as part of my warm-ups since my groin that I hurt a couple weeks back is feeling a lot better. The key with speed squats is to try and push the positive part of the movement as fast as possible. Here we are at Wednesday, 160 on the bar, 7 sets of 5 is the order of the day. Another thing with the speed squats, real quick before I move on, is you only want to work up to about 50 or 60% of your 1 rep max. The idea is that you want to have, because you know force equals mass times acceleration, so what you do is you try and generate the same force, you reduce the mass, but then you try to accelerate a lot faster, and so you're generating about the same amount of force, but it's a different stimulus on your body. One thing we're going to do here in a moment is I had some good music on this day, and I'm going to let you hear some of it in just a moment. If you don't know what this is, there is something wrong with you. That's all I got to say. It'll be coming up in the next set here, so hopefully it sounds good. Oh man, I was so jacked after that set. It's a good thing I live alone, because if I had a roommate, you know, that person would have been on the wrong end of a serious shot to the junk, because I was just like, yeah, yeah. Anyway, if you didn't recognize that, it's the music that plays during the Rocky versus Drago fight in Rocky 4, and that's like just 45 minutes of them blasting each other in the face. It's freaking awesome. So anyway, on to Friday, and boy, when I woke up this day, I felt terrible. Might have had something to do with the fact that it was my lowest weigh-in yet on the diet, 127.2. But more likely, it was due to the fact that starting Monday night, I started showing symptoms of an allergic reaction to something. First time in my life that that's actually happened that I can remember, and you can't really see it in this video, but my right eye got all swollen, and then I started getting hives. And the worst thing was I got hives on my junk. Oh man, that's just terrible. Things are better now, fortunately. Yeah, on Friday here, I ended up skipping, you know, speed squat warm-ups, anything. You know, normally I do abdominals on bench days. I didn't do that. You know, it was all I could do to get the scheduled, you know, Smolov session done. But here we are, on to Saturday. Now it's starting to get heavy. I decided to show all the sets from Saturday, because something I've been noticing as I've been recording, and this is a good thing, is that my sets are looking very similar. So that's good. It means I'm developing good consistency with my setup and my form. And I think that's part of the idea with the Smolov program, where you do so many reps, and you're doing a lot of reps when you're fatigued, is to train yourself to maintain good form, you know, even when you're tired. So I've been liking that. I like that everything looks good. But yeah, one final point about Friday's workout. You know, even though I felt horrible, it's a good confidence builder when you can still get done with a good workout, even though you felt, you know, really bad. So I'm glad I made it through this week of work. You know, that first week I was starting to think, this is easy, you know. Not so much anymore. You know, I'm starting to see the evil genius behind this setup. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, learning how to drive a car. You know, at first you got to like really think about what you're doing, you know, and you still suck at it. But eventually you do it enough, you know, it just becomes autopilot. And that's what I'm hoping is the case for my setup and technique on the lift. That's going to be the same thing in the future when I end up, you know, going for this on the squats. Same idea, you know. Lots of reps. When you're tired, got to maintain good form. And I think that'll work a lot of the midsection that you need in order to squat well. Oh, here we go. One more look at the setup. Knees out. Crazy under the bar thing. Pin them shoulder blades to the bench. Bring those elbows down and in. Good rep. Good rep. Do we pause this last one? Last one of the week? Yeah, you gotta tighten that up. That's a little quick. But all in all, good week. See you next video.